Dr. Evan Creator Crest was a man of science, a dedicated researcher who lived and breathed his work. Logic and reason were his guides, the principles that shaped his every decision. He spent his days buried in research, meticulously analyzing data and formulating hypotheses. Always seeking the next breakthrough, he was relentless in his pursuit of knowledge. One late night, however, his world turned upside down in a way he could never have anticipated. He stumbled upon a hidden folder on his computer, something he had never seen before. It was labeled simply Project Iran, a name that meant nothing to him at the time. Curiosity piqued, Creator clicked the folder open, eager to uncover its secrets. Inside, he found files detailing a secret project he never knew existed, hidden from the world. There were schematics for a strange machine and reports on an alien planet called Iran. This was unbelievable. He could hardly believe his eyes. He had to know more, his scientific curiosity driving him forward. The files mentioned an abandoned laboratory on the outskirts of the city, a place long forgotten. Without hesitation, Creator decided to investigate, driven by an insatiable need for answers. The lab was dark and dusty, filled with forgotten equipment and the remnants of past experiments. In the center of the room sat the machine from the files, just as the schematics had shown. It was a towering contraption of metal and wires, pulsating with an eerie energy that seemed almost alive. As Creator cautiously approached, he accidentally tripped over a cable, his heart racing. The machine sputtered to life, its lights flickering and mechanisms whirring. A blinding light filled the room, so intense that he had to shield his eyes. When Creator could see again, he was no longer in the lab, but somewhere entirely different. He was surrounded by strange plants and alien landscapes, a world unlike anything he had ever seen. He had been transported to the planet Iran, a place that until now had only existed in secret files. Iran was like nothing Creator had ever seen. It was a planet that defied all expectations and descriptions. The sky was a brilliant shade of purple, a hue so vibrant it seemed almost unreal. And the plants glowed with bioluminescent light, casting an ethereal glow that illuminated the night. Creatures of all shapes and sizes roamed the alien landscape, each more bizarre than the last. It was a world of wonder and danger, where beauty and peril walked hand in hand. Creator quickly realized he was not alone. The feeling of being watched was unmistakable. Strange humanoid figures emerged from the forest, their movements fluid and almost ghostly. They had smooth gray skin and large black eyes that seemed to pierce through the darkness. They spoke in a language Creator didn't understand, a series of clicks and hums that sounded both melodic and menacing. Fear coursed through him as they surrounded him, their weapons drawn and eyes unblinking. He had stumbled upon an alien civilization, a society that seemed ancient yet advanced. The aliens took Creator prisoner, their grip unyielding and their expressions unreadable. They dragged him through the dense forest, their grip tight on his arms, leaving no room for escape. He couldn't understand their words, but their tone was clear. They were not friendly, and their intentions were far from benign. They viewed him as a threat, an outsider who had trespassed on their world, a world they fiercely protected. They brought him to a prison camp, a stark and foreboding place. A place designed to hold those who dared to defy their laws, a testament to their strict sense of justice. The guards shoved him into a dark, cramped cell, the air thick with the scent of despair. The iron bars slamming shut with a resounding clang, sealing his fate. He was trapped, a stranger in a strange land with no way to get home, his future uncertain and his hope dwindling. Days turned into nights as Creator languished in his cell, the passage of time marked only by the dimming and brightening of the artificial lights. The food was bland, the company non-existent. Each meal was a reminder of his isolation, a stark contrast to the vibrant flavors and social meals he once enjoyed on Earth. He longed for the comfort of his lab, for the familiar sights and sounds of Earth. The hum of his equipment, the smell of fresh coffee, and the laughter of his colleagues were now distant memories. One day, a young Iran woman arrived at his cell, breaking the monotony of his existence. She was different from the guards, her presence a beacon of hope in the otherwise bleak environment. Her eyes held a spark of kindness and curiosity, a stark contrast to the cold, indifferent stares of the other guards. Her name was Vision, and she was a nurse in the prison camp, tasked with the well-being of the prisoners. She spoke broken English, having learned it from confiscated human books. Her efforts to communicate were endearing, a testament to her determination.
You human, why here?
Vision saw something more in Creator than just a prisoner. She saw his intelligence, his curiosity, and his fear. She recognized a kindred spirit, someone who was out of place in this harsh world. She began visiting him regularly, bringing him extra food and sharing stories of her world. These visits became the highlight of his days, a brief respite from his grim reality. As days turned into weeks, a bond formed between Creator and Vision. Their conversations grew deeper, their connection stronger, They talked for hours, sharing their hopes, dreams, and fears. Each story brought them closer, bridging the gap between their worlds. He learned about the Iron culture, their values, and their struggles. The more he learned, the more he realized how similar their worlds were, despite the vast differences. She learned about Earth, about its history, its beauty, and its flaws. Her fascination with his world grew with each passing day. Vision began to see the injustice of Creator's imprisonment. She questioned the reasons behind his captivity and the fairness of his treatment. He was not a spy, not a threat. He was simply a scientist who stumbled upon their world by accident, a victim of unfortunate circumstances. His arrival on their planet was a mistake, a miscalculation in his experiments that led him to this alien world. She vowed to help him escape, to return him to his home planet. Together, they began to devise a plan, a risky endeavor that could change both their lives forever. Vision, using her position as a nurse, managed to steal a keycard to the prison's security system. It was a risky move, one that could cost her her freedom. But her loyalty to Creator outweighed her fear. One night, under the cover of darkness, Vision crept into Creator's cell.
We go now.
Together, they made their way through the labyrinthine corridors of the prison, their hearts pounding with anticipation and dread. They dodged patrolling guards, their footsteps silent on the cold metallic floor. Reaching the hangar bay, they found the ship Creator had arrived in, still intact but heavily guarded. Vision's technical skills came in handy. She bypassed the ship's security protocols, hot-wiring the engine with a makeshift device. The ship hummed to life, its engines roaring with a deafening sound. They blasted off into the purple sky, leaving behind the prison and the only home Vision had ever known. As they left Iron's atmosphere, Creator promised Vision a place on Earth, a safe haven where she could live freely. She had risked everything for him, and he would not let her down. Section 5. Vision on Earth. Returning to Earth was a disorienting experience for Vision. The colors seemed muted compared to the vibrant hues of Iron. The air felt heavy, the gravity stronger. Yet she adapted quickly, her intelligence and resilience shining through. Creator kept his promise, providing Vision with a home and a new identity. Vision, eager to use her skills to help others, enrolled in medical school. Her quick mind and compassionate nature made her a natural healer. She excelled in her studies, graduating top of her class. She became Dr. Anya Wiesla, a brilliant surgeon renowned for her steady hand and empathetic bedside manner. She dedicated her life to saving lives, honoring the sacrifice she made on Iron. Section 6. A new friend. One sunny afternoon, while volunteering at a local clinic, Vision met Alex, a bright and curious young girl.
Alex was fascinated by my stories of Iron, her eyes wide with wonder.
Vision, seeing a kindred spirit in Alex, encouraged her curiosity. They spent hours together, exploring the park, visiting museums, and sharing their love for science and adventure.
Your stories are amazing, Vision. I want to learn everything about Iron.
Alex, with her infectious laughter and thirst for knowledge, brought a new dimension to Vision's life on Earth. She reminded Vision of the beauty and wonder that still existed, even in the midst of the ordinary. Their bond deepened, evolving into a unique friendship that transcended age and experience.
One day, while reviewing some patient files, I stumbled upon a series of disturbing reports. Several people from the small town of Guba Fluba had been hospitalized with strange symptoms. Their ailments were unlike anything I had ever encountered.
Intrigued and concerned, Vision decided to investigate. She shared her findings with Creator, who was now a renowned expert on extraterrestrial technology. Together, they delved deeper into the mystery, uncovering a sinister plot that threatened the safety of not just Guba Fluba, but the entire planet.
Our investigation led us to a shadowy organization called Kirch. Led by a ruthless man named Silas, Kirch was experimenting with stolen Iron technology, attempting to weaponize it for their own nefarious purposes. The strange illnesses in Guba Fluba were a side effect of their experiments, a consequence of their reckless ambition.
Vision and Creator knew they had to stop Kirch. The fate of Earth and Vision's adopted home hung in the balance. They vowed to protect humanity from this extraterrestrial threat, even if it meant confronting the darkness that lurked in the shadows. Kirch, aware of Vision and Creator's interference, unleashed their secret weapon, genetically modified creatures, a nightmarish blend of Iron and Earth biology. These monstrosities, driven by instinct and controlled by Kirch's technology, descended upon Guba Fluba, wreaking havoc and spreading fear.
Vision and Creator, aided by Alex's quick thinking and local knowledge, fought back against the creatures. Using my medical expertise, I developed antidotes for the strange illnesses plaguing the townspeople.
Creator, with his understanding of Iron tech, devised ways to disrupt the creatures' control signals, turning their own weapons against them. The battle for Guba Fluba raged on, a desperate struggle for survival against overwhelming odds. The streets of Guba Fluba became a chaotic battleground. Vision, armed with modified medical equipment that doubled as weapons, fought with the ferocity of a warrior protecting her home.
Creator, using his ingenuity, reprogrammed Kirch's devices, turning their own traps against them. Alex, small but fearless, used her agility and knowledge of the town's layout to outmaneuver the creatures, leading them into ambushes and traps.
She was a whirlwind of energy and courage, inspiring those around her to fight for their town, for their families, for their very lives. The battle raged for days, each victory hard won, each loss a heavy blow. But through it all, Vision, Creator, and Alex never gave up hope.
We fought with unwavering determination, our bond strengthening with each passing challenge. Our combined skills and unwavering spirit slowly turned the tide against Kirch's forces.
The battle for Gooba Fluba was just the beginning. Kirch, though weakened, was far from defeated. They continued their experiments, their reach extending further into the shadows.
Vision, Creator, and Alex, now a formidable team, dedicated their lives to stopping them, to protecting Earth from those who sought to exploit its resources and endanger its people.
Their adventures took them across the globe, from the bustling streets of Tokyo to the icy plains of Antarctica. They faced new challenges, encountered strange and wonderful creatures, and uncovered secrets that had been hidden for centuries.
Through it all, our bond deepened, our respect for each other growing with each passing day. I, the Iran nurse who had once been a prisoner, found my purpose on Earth.
And she knew, with unwavering certainty, that the universe held endless possibilities for discovery, for adventure, and for making a difference.